I was actually supposed to do a different film with Lijo. He had gotten in touch with me for a different film, which didn't happen. And I was in Australia during the T20 World Cup. And that's where I made that video with the Indian, Pakistani and Bangladeshi team. There was a video that came out during that World Cup with all the players going exclusive and Sach Ka Samna and stuff like that. So when I was there, I finished that video, and I think it was that evening or the next day, I was with Sudeep sir, Kichcha Sudeep sir, right? I was with him and we were having dinner, and I got this call from Lijo that moment.
Really?
Yes, so I told Sudeep sir, just excuse me, I'll come back. And he was actually the first person to know, second person to know, because I finished my call with Lijo when he said, I'm sending you a presentation, take a look at it. I saw the presentation, I said, it's fantastic, let's go. I don't care what part you give me, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
No problem. And then I called my wife, I called Anya, and I said, An, you know, this has happened, and An was very happy. I went back to the dinner table and I told Sudeep sir first. And he was like, I'm very happy, you know, good, you should do it. So from there on, the journey has been incredible. You know, in 2022 December, I went to Cochin to learn my lines. There was a coach to teach us and to make the language easier, because I'm familiar with the language. I can understand the language, but speaking it was a little difficult. But, you know, thanks to these classes and these training sessions that we had, it got a lot easier. Then we went into shoot in Jan, Feb and March. So we shot portions of it in Jaisalmer, and then we moved to a town called Pokhran,
Of course.
which I think has a total populace of about 28,000 people. That was incredibly challenging, to be honest with you. It really tested me, because everything that I've done so far has been with my friends, be it the 2 films that I've done, be it the series that I've done. It's been with people I know for 10 years. And that interaction is very different. We're all laughing, we're all talking, you know, it's just us enjoying each other's company and doing this thing. But when I went to this set, every technician A on that crew, be it Mr. Madhu Neelkantan or be it the DOP or anybody and everybody on that set, the actors, everyone, at some level has won some notable award. And when I say notable award, I mean like state awards and national awards. So I felt very underqualified being on that set firstly, because I have no awards except the Saima, which I won for my debut in 2017. But again, I value the Saima, but these are like sovereign awards, you know what I mean? So it's a huge deal, right? So I was with them, and it felt like being in a hospital where a surgery was going on. They were all like surgeons, you know, they would come at 7 in the morning, set up the camera, so on and so forth. 8 o'clock, everybody goes through breakfast. 9 o'clock, the camera rolls until 6, we're just shooting. 6 o'clock, cameras off, handshakes all around, thank you, well done, boom, everyone's in their rooms. I'm comfortable being by myself, but you know, you go from solitude to being lonely, like in 2 days I go like that, right? So I was like, what is going on? And I would talk.
But that happened most of the days?
No, not most days, until I kind of went up and said, hey, listen, I really need you all to talk to me. And they were very sweet. And they, you know, very sweetly took me under their wing.
You broke the ice. You kind of broke the ice that way.
I did. And you know, I would always, and we found topics in common, you know, talking about cricket and sport and football and so on and so forth. We spoke about the World Cup that went by. So we had a great interaction. To add to it, the character that I was playing, at one point my head gets shaved half and my beard gets shaved half. So now I was stranded. Because I couldn't go out. I went out in Pokhran one day and I had like everybody just follow me.
Really?
It was really uncomfortable, you know. It wasn't really conducive to travel either.
Wondering why is he doing this to him?
Yeah, because you know, I wore a cap, I wore a mask, but from the cap as well, you can see half the head is shaved. From the mask, you can see half the beard is popping out. Then at one point I went and told you know, the director of the film, I said, Lijo, so I really need to go and see my wife. Like, I haven't seen her, and I'm getting to a, it's challenging.
Yeah.
And he said, sure, you have 2 days, go and come. So I said, cool. Can I take this off and half this beard off? He looked at me and said, no, you look fine, just go with this. I couldn't be bothered. I took a flight.